welcome to the latest episode of the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. I am your host, John Machonsky, and with me this week are Michael. Ryan.
Hey.
And one of the new hires to VideoGameChooChoo.com. Please welcome Scott.
Hi!
Now, Scott, how are you today?
I'm pretty excited. This is my first time being on this show, and I really don't know how to do any of this yet.
Don't worry, it is very easy to get the hang of, or at least I hope it is.
Yeah.
So, Scott, I'll talk to you first because
Sure.
you're new. Why don't you introduce yourself for the listeners?
Hi. I'm Scott Blaha, Socks Mahoney on Twitter. I've spent a lot of time making websites, making posts, and also doing a lot of video and audio editing.
That's good.
I like video games a lot. I'm also not particularly great at introducing myself.
Aw, come on. You were doing a fantastic job
I
right
was?
there. Don't sell yourself short. Yes, you were.
Oh, John, thank you.
No problem. Now, what kind of games are you into? What should the listeners expect to hear from you in the future?
I play a lot of wrestling games.
Okay.
I like a little bit of everything. I'm a big fan of RPGs, probably most out of anything else.
Okay. That's what I like to hear. So, Scott, how about you tell us what you've been playing over the past week? That should give us a good idea of what you have been enjoying or maybe not enjoying recently.
Well, I played through Hyper Light Drifter. The review and the Ride the Rails for that are up on the site.
Yes, they are.
Dark Souls 3 is coming out soon, so I've actually been getting back into Dark Souls 2, of all things. Even though it's not been very fun, because Bloodborne was a very fun game. And transitioning from Bloodborne to this one is super difficult, because they're completely different paces. The button layouts are not the same at all. The sword I've been using has been... in order to get special moves for it, you have to wear it on the left hand, which is a big deal, because there are a lot of things you need it on the right hand to do. Like, you can't do backstabs with it, which is pretty important. But I get a really neat spin attack, which does a ton of damage. So it's been worth it.
I see.
Yeah.
Some pros and cons in the Dark Souls 2 world.
A couple. Dark Souls 2 is an interesting game. You can do a lot of really weird, unique stuff with it that you can't do with other ones.
I gotcha. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about Hyper Light Drifter in case some of the listeners did not... the listeners should go check out the video and the review. But are there any little things that people should especially think about while they're reading a review or anything like that?
Yeah. I did really, really like that game. And in the second to last paragraph, I tried to make a note of, this is a really fun game, but I don't feel like it's particularly original. And
I see.
It's very, very pretty. It is probably the prettiest game I've played in a long, long time. And but that... It doesn't get undercut as much as it gets, I don't know the way to explain it. It's there's a whole bunch of things in that game that just feel like I've played them before. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of games use systems from previous predecessors. And I don't know. It's just the way it's put together in this game, I'm just not feeling it this time around. I'm just not...
It sounds like having read the review and stuff, it sounds like it just wears its influences on its sleeve just a little too much.
Yeah.
For
Dark Souls 2?
And no, for Hyper Light.
Sorry.
Hyper Light
Sorry,
Drifter.
I was distracted. Fuck me. God damn it.
Oh.
Dark Souls 2
is that
is a
some
sequel
secret
to Dark Souls.
Some secret Dark Souls 2 burn there?
No,
Yeah.
it actually kind of was, because I think Dark Souls is alternatively a little too derivative of the first game, and at the same time it doesn't change enough. But anyway, sorry.
Sure.
I just completely fucked up your conversation, so So continue.
No, you're good.
But after reading your review, like that reminded me of a lot of kind of like the opposite of what Stardew Valley did. Maybe just because I haven't played a lot of Harvest Moon, of the idea of like it wears its influences on its sleeves, but at some point you just think to yourself, maybe I should just go play the influencers. Like maybe I don't need to. Like this game's fun, but maybe I should go pick up another Zelda again and just live that.
Yeah, to me it feels like this year's Axiom Verge, if that means anything to you. Like, here's this thing that's derivative of the game, like of its inspirations. You can clearly tell that, and you take that for what it is. And I loved Axiom Verge a lot. I really, it does something that Hyper Light Drifter doesn't do, is that it takes your expectations from playing things like Metroid and Castlevania and like completely subverts them, while Hyper Light Drifter just kind of lives up to them.
Okay.
Yeah. That's disappointing, even though I know it's still a really good game.
A little.
It's still kind of a little, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very fun game, and it's very pretty.
Yeah, from what I could tell, that just knocked it down from a 5-star to a 4-star game.
Yeah,
basically.
Totally.
I gotcha. Have you been playing anything else?
Played a little Miitomo.
Oh boy.
Played a lot of Miitomo, actually.
Same.
I recently started visiting someone named Cam Girl Sam.
Great.
Because she added me, and I have no fucking clue who she is. But every time I read one of her questions, the answer is always come, and I'm like, I really feel this on a spiritual level.
I mean, the thing about Miitomo for me is that I know maybe it was in the Chooch chat y'all were talking about it. I think Michael said this maybe, that you said it seemed like it didn't really have much of a shelf life beyond like the first few days, and someone said that. I don't know if it was you or not, but I see, that's kind of what I'd say, but I'm like genuinely enjoying it, and I didn't think I would. Maybe it's just because I have so much fun with revealing personal information about myself for no reason at all. But I don't know. It's cute, and I mean, aside from the fact that it doesn't have a word filter, it's fairly inoffensive. I mean, it's very offensive.
It's a text-to-speech game that doesn't have a weird filter.
Yeah,
that's what's important.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. It's really entertaining, and I mean, we'll see if I'm still playing it like a week from now. But at the time, I'm having a blast with it because it's just so stupid. So.
It is so dumb. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I just love being able to have like really earnest answers and then just something really fucking stupid like right afterwards. Like I'll have one that's just like, oh, what was something that made you smile? And I was just like, oh, I hung out with my dogs earlier. And then I'm like, oh, that's so nice that I got to share that with my friends. And then they'll be like, what's a memory that you wish that you could forget? And I'm just like, oh god, oh god.
See, that's when you type in something like jet fuel can't melt steel beams or chemtrails and just kind of make it however you would like.
I wish that I could forget that the government is spraying toxins onto us every day. I wish I didn't know the truth. Infowars.com.
Oh boy. I'm having a big problem with it, where this is an ethical problem, because every single one of my answers is just complete fucking bullshit and nonsense. And today, a real IRL, in real life friend, who is like the sweetest person in the world, added me, and I'm just like, no, please, don't look at anything I say, for the love of God.
God.
That's where you gotta be careful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But this is who I am. Now she knows.
Yeah.
I just love that every time my me asks someone, what's John's best personality trait, everyone's just like, he's funny. You're funny, I guess, John. And I'm like, don't fucking guess. I'm hilarious. Fucking tell me so. Don't beat around the bush.
I guess I've laughed like with you? At you? I guess.
Your
I don't
existence
know.
is humorous to me, and that makes me keep you around. I'm just like, thanks.
I don't know.
I have laughed around you. I don't know what it was about or at, but I guess that makes you funny.
You were in the room when laughter occurred.
I mean,
It was either you or Chris Rock. I don't know which it was, but
just
either
really
way, man.
indistinguishable from each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I was laughing at the, white people do this, black people do this stuff, but I think it was a little inappropriate for you to make those jokes, John.
Yeah, it was like it was really poignant for like a white guy to make those jokes. Like I was surprised that you had that perspective, but also I was a little weirded out. But it made me laugh, so I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
boy.
fuck.
Also, you were great in that movie where you were a zebra. What's David Schwimmer like?
He's nice.
I thought so.
But no, Scott, was there anything else you wanted to bring up?
Oh, no, that's about it.
Okay. Michael,
Uh-huh.
my good friend, what have you been up to lately?
Oh, you know.
Stuff.
Mhm.
Things.
Yeah.
Have you been playing any of the video juegos?
I made a hamburger.
That's not a
Ooh!
video game.
I mean, you can make hamburgers in some video games.
Yeah, let's talk about Cook Serve Delicious again.
Yeah, let's talk about Cook Serve Delicious.
Yeah!
Hey, John, you want to start a Cook Serve Delicious podcast?
Fuck yes, I do. Dude, they are... Once Cook Serve Delicious 2 comes out, we should just have, like, a Cook Serve Delicious 2 spoiler cast. We're just like, dude, what fucking food did you unlock at the end of that game? Dude, I got fucking caviar. Like, God.
Did you get the Iron Chef yet? I made a bruschetta about it burger.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that's right. You said you got a certain book.
I bought a Bob's Burgers cookbook
Oh!
based on the lovable, enjoyable, funny, not John funny, but funny
Fuck off.
adult cartoon called Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, because I'm definitely not an adult cartoon. I'm a cartoon for infants.
You're something. You're a cartoon version of yourself. Yeah, so the creators or the writers behind Bob's Burgers took all the. If you've never seen the show, it's based on a family that runs a burger shop, and on the whiteboard in the show, they will have a burger of the day throughout the episode. And so they took all those burgers of the day, took it to a chef, and that chef decided to actually make burgers for those jokes.
That's real clever.
So it's a nice combination of actually like recipes and then some jokes within the recipes. So I got it from my girlfriend and we made one. It was toasted French bread, the burger, a slice of mozzarella cheese, and then fresh made bruschetta, and then the top of the bun with French bread.
That's
It was
pretty
really good.
That's
That
pretty
sounds
good.
delicious, yeah.
I can get behind that.
So I'm gonna keep making them.
Yeah, keep us posted on the other ones. Tell us if they're good or not.
Burger Update 2014. I don't know why I said 2014. I know that's not the year. I know that.
2014 plus 2.
I'm traveling forward in time to let you know about burgers.
They're good. Eat more.
And then I watched a lot of wrestling this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Boy.
I don't think we should have our hour-long tirade of wrestling
Yeah,
like we
no.
did that one episode.
Oh my
No.
god.
No.
But
Let's just say everything was terrible except Shinsuke versus Sammy.
I think this weekend was a very good example of the state of specifically WWE
Yes.
wrestling.
Exactly.
Of like really, really good NXT wrestling, really good call-ups of really wonderful talent, a waste of talent that exists, storylines that don't make sense, even when something does happen in them, and like Raw specifically on Monday. So for those who don't know, it was WrestleMania weekend on Sunday, but before that they had NXT, which is their sort of farm league which if you don't like wrestling, try watching NXT, you might and actually enjoy it.
But try watching an NXT special, because the NXT weekly shows are not good at all.
Yeah, like get the network for free for a month and watch one of the takeovers.
Yes, those are fucking good.
And then so it was the NXT thing, WrestleMania, and then Raw. And like Raw especially was just sort of, it's a 3-hour show, but I would say that maybe 45 minutes of it were worth watching, and most of that was at the end. So that's very indicative of wrestling. Of like overall this weekend, you could have watched like something around probably close to 15 hours of actual wrestling, like wrestling shows, and maybe 2 hours of it were worth it. So that's wrestling.
Sounds about right.
But you have to watch all of it because you might miss something.
A fraction of wrestling is always the good part.
See, as much as I love hearing all the ridiculous shit about wrestling, I hear stuff like this, and it's like, geez, I'm glad I'm not into wrestling. Like, I'm glad.
Yeah,
but
I'm glad. You should always be glad you're not into wrestling.
Yeah. I'm glad I am like the most spectator of spectators at the side of this disaster that is the professional wrestling industry.
No, I will.
What's best about the wrestling was, I think, was Showcase this weekend, and again, it was because it was so fucking like. It's a garbage pile, and somewhere in there are 3 diamond rings. You just have to go through all of the garbage to find it. And you don't know there are 3. There could be 4. There could be 5. You have to wait through all this garbage. So like there was a really good match during NXT of a new guy from Japan and a guy who was being called up to the main roster. It was a spectacular match. It was just wrestling, and it was really good. And that was like really good wrestling. And then they had a really good moment on Raw where a guy who doesn't normally win won a championship the night before at WrestleMania, and the crowd started cheering, "You deserve it," because he's a kind of a fan favorite. So it was like an organic moment that is really wonderful in wrestling. And then at the very end, there was like 2 new wrestlers who everyone really likes got introduced, and they went over. They got really a good reaction from the crowd. So it was like a combination of good wrestling at one point, which is great to see, an organic like wrestling moment, which is great to see, and a staged wrestling moment actually work. And it all like reminds you like, oh, this is why I like this stuff. And then of course there's all the shit sandwiches to eat in between. But so it's nice to see that stuff still happen, because man, shit, fuck, sometimes that doesn't happen for months. That's why I don't watch every Raw or every SmackDown, because that stuff doesn't happen for months.
The reason why I like dropped out of wrestling is just that it has become so obvious that the people who make wrestling don't care about the fans. They just want to do what they feel is right and keep pushing it.
Do what they feel is right to make the money.
Yeah, even though the fans are obviously revolting against it. Mm-hmm. And it's just
like
so
sometimes,
because look, like
hold on, like I agree with you, but I think that wrestling has a problem that like video games have a problem, where the really into it people who like follow it every day are sometimes the worst people.
Yeah, but I would argue every single fan base has that kind of group.
Sure. Totally.
Yes, but let me finish what I was saying. What I mean is that like. That is not something that has to happen 100% of the time. Like, fans shouldn't just be able to sit there and be like, we want this guy to win, this guy to win, this... Like, of course not. But when every single week, over and over and over again, they are pushing this one dude to be the number one guy, and the entire crowd is booing him, there's a point where you have to be like, maybe we should find someone new,
See, the only argument I would have against that, and I agree with you, like, they're, like, sometimes they really do need to listen to the fans, but, like... You're referring to Roman Reigns, who just won the championship, and like I don't think they should always listen to the fans and change out who's going to win. I think they should listen to the fans and then mess with and like just slightly tweak what they're already doing.
Just like mess with the formula to make him like a slightly better, different character to like change the fans' expectations, because if the fans don't like the way that character's going, do something different.
And that's what happened on Monday, and this is where we'll end it, because this should really end. It's like on Monday, Roman Reigns was kind of being like a little bit of a jerk, because he essentially said, I'm not a bad guy, I'm not a good guy, and kind of was giving some shit-eating grins, and then invited anyone who wanted to challenge him out. And like Chris Jericho came out, and then AJ Styles came out, but then Kevin Owens came out. But when Sami Zayn came out, he started looking at Sami Zayn like, really? You? And it was like this moment of like, oh shit, Roman Reigns should be a fucking prick.
Yeah, he should.
And it was,
he kind of
it
already
just sort
is.
of kind of clicked, and it was like, yeah, all right, this like he just needs to be John Cena, where he cocks his arm like it's a gun, and that's fucking great, because the people who are way into this will hate it, but like a group of people will love it, and it's like, fine, that's exactly where it should be, because John Cena gets the most heat and applause wherever he goes. Like, no matter what you say, like, he draws money, and if WWE has another one of those, like, why would they get rid of him? So let's stop talking about wrestling.
Or
Yeah,
alternatively, just watch Lucha Underground, which is consistently great every single week. Just
that's
saying.
not wrestling. That's a medieval fantasy with wrestling.
It is exactly wrestling.
There's a
Let's stop
dragon
talking
in
about
it.
Wrestling.
There's a dragon in it.
There is a dragon.
I played some video games.
Yeah, so what video games did you play, Michael?
Wrestling video games.
Great.
No, I'm joking. What did I play? I played a little bit of Super Hot. I think it beat like 3 levels.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
I need to get farther in it because I don't really enjoy it right now. I like the puzzle nature of it, but it's kind of boring me, and some parts are a little frustrating. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if it just means I need to get a better feel for it, and play it some more, or if it's just not going to be something that clicks with me. I love it. I think it's interesting, but I don't think it's for me. Like, I think it's a cool game, but I'll play some more of it, see where I end up.
It takes a little bit to click.
That's what I was thinking, and I didn't get a very long period to play it. I think I played it on a day I was about to leave to go somewhere. Mm-hmm. What else did I play? I played a bunch of stuff. I played the Doom beta some more.
Nice.
Cool.
How was that?
That was fun.
I still haven't downloaded it, but I got my code for it.
Nice.
It's going to be open in like a day or two or something, so don't worry about that.
It's fun. It's really weird because I guess it was closed before, and then this week was open to more people. It's really weird to see a lot of people have backlash against it. It's made by people who used to work at Bungie, who used to do Halo multiplayer. So this time we got to see a little bit more revealed of like leveling up your character, and that would unlock custom loadouts and sort of some of the armor unlocks. Some of that was a little dumb, a little old, like some of the emotes were like the Carlton. And like 2 like, devil horns, man. Yeah, like
really. What
that was a little
kind
dumb.
of game would it be if it didn't have the devil horns taught or a devil horns?
Sure. Yeah. So I still like that multiplayer, but I think by now it's just, I don't know. The rocket didn't seem to do a lot of damage, and so it would take like 3 or 4 hits. Almost said shits. 3 or 4 shits with the rocket. Whereas like a sniper rifle would kill me in 2 shots. So it didn't feel... I know it's a beta, but it just didn't feel perfect. But I was still having fun with it. Like, it's still not quite edge of your seat.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, a little more fast-paced than like Call of Duty or Halo. And I like that even though I was a little frustrated by being able to hit the guys with a rocket 2 or 3 times, like, you're not dead yet. It was still fun to be able to be hit by something and still keep going, What else did I play? I played some of that Killer Instinct. I don't think I played any of the Season 3 characters or any of the Season 3 content.
Oh, wow.
But,
you didn't want to play Battletoad, Michael?
God, no. I didn't even look to see if I had those unlocked. I guess I had the Ultimate Pack from Season 1, so I was just trying to get my bearings again with Jago. That game's pretty dope.
It is. I've played a very small amount of it, but it is very fun.
It's fun. Like, it's just, like, it's got a great tutorial. Like, I actually feel like I understand some of the combo system. I think auto assist is new to the game, and I had that on for a bit, and that made me feel better at the game. Mm-hmm. But it did make me feel like it was playing itself. It made me feel like it was just kind of helping me a bit. But that game, I feel like, looks a little better than it did from my memory. It's a little hitchy in the menus, but I feel like it's always hitched up in the menus. It's a little more smooth once you're in game and it's loading. In fact, it's actually really smooth when you're fighting. It's a fun game. Like it's a fun game, and it's a fun fighting game, and it's free to play. So it's kind of hard to poo-poo it any.
Yeah.
And it seems I don't know any numbers. I listened to Team GFB podcast, which is some monster named Dave Lang hosts it. With,
God.
Yeah, and they were saying that they see more of a community around season 3 than they did with season 2. So that's good to hear. So hopefully more people. Yeah, it's a fun game. Like I may keep dipping my toe in it every now and again. What else did I play?
I haven't listened to Team GFB radio in like months because I don't know. It's kind of boring.
It's two guys,
they're
shooting the shit. Like, that's all it is.
They're funny guys, but like I really just can't stand Dave Lang just telling like travel stories and going like bit by bit of like, okay, I was in this place and then I was in this place and then I drank with all these stories. Guys. I don't know. Like there are good parts of them, but I don't like how he goes down like a list of recounting like how long it took for his flight to get there. It's like that's just not interesting.
I don't know. I like that stuff because it's
It's
Schadenfreude. Yeah, it's Schadenfreude. like, yeah, I know. Fucking delays at airports suck, man. Like, I'll go to that bar in Japan when I go there. Yeah, totally. But I like Dave Lang stories, so it's hard not to listen. And it's a good podcast to do something else to.
Yeah,
there are some podcasts you need to stop and listen to. So he's a monster. He should be stopped. I played a game. This is the last one I can really think of, other than Clicker Worlds or Clicker Heroes, whatever that game is. A game called Rim World.
Okay.
Which is not something that you can pay for, like in like a CD. You have to go to a website to pay for it. You can't pay for it in like weird truck stops. It is like a combination of Dwarf Fortress and Prison Architect.
That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah,
it's only available on, I think, the developer's website. It's in early access. They're in alpha, so you can't get it on Steam yet or anything. I think it's about $30.
Sure.
It kind of has the prison architect look, where you can clearly make out the people that you're moving around. Your ship kind of crash lands, and you are 3 people usually left on this procedurally generated world, or generated kind of like Dwarf Fortress, where it just generates a world for you, and you can generate another one if you want. And you give them you don't give them individual tasks per se. You create tasks, and they go off and do them, and they each are better at certain things, and you can give them work priority. So if someone's better at construction, you can say, hey, you always do the construction first, and then let this person do it if you need help, and then let this person do it because they suck. And they needed places to sleep, just like Dwarf Fortress. But it seems a little bit easier than Dwarf Fortress, a little more kind of the graphics help a little bit.
All right.
You don't need to really necessarily haul, it just seems like an easier kind of, I can fiddle around with this and figure out at least some of what I'm doing. I don't need to read a textbook. So it's interesting. Like I want to keep fiddle farting around with it, but I don't know how much time I'll devote to it.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
And that's about it. Like more Stardew Valley, a little more Factorio to eat my soul away. I jumped into KOTOR Tour a little bit on Steam, and that's about it. Those are video games I played.
Those definitely are.
Mm-hmm. Tune in next week for Burger Watch 2014 Part 2.
Yes, please. Please inform us on the next burgers. Ryan.
Yeah.
Why don't you introduce us to what you've been up to lately?
Well, not a whole lot of anything, John. You know, I always have such an exciting life to present on this podcast, but this week's just another breakneck installment in the life of a film college student. So, yeah,
Great. Good.
See, I ain't got nothing to bring to this podcast except for me, myself, and I. But
oh, come on! I'm sure something interesting happened.
What did happen?
Tell us.
Let's see. Going back from last podcast, what have I done since then? I went to the comic shop, which is like I do pretty much every other week anyway. So I watched a couple movies that were good. I watched Shaolin Soccer, which is by the same guy that did Kung Fu Hustle. Both those movies are incredible, and I highly recommend them. It may be pronounced like Shaolin Soccer or
Shaolin Soccer.
Yeah. See, I don't know these kinds of things, but that movie's real good. It's really funny. It's like if you've ever what's his name? I think it's like Stephen Chow is the director's name. But he did Kung Fu Hustle, which is like his best known movie, and it's really good. But Shaolin Soccer is the same kind of thing where it's like this kind of like slapstick martial arts comedy, very physical, very just absurd and over the top. Like the plot of Shaolin Soccer is that there's this guy who used to be like a really big soccer star, and he's been disgraced, like his leg's been broken, and so he's like living on the streets. And he meets this other guy who lives on the street that turns out to be like a secret master of like kung fu or something. And so in order to get back at the guy who crippled him, and by the way, the villain in this movie is an opposing soccer coach, and his team name is Team Evil. So like,
oh shit, that's really good.
That's the kind of movie this is. But basically what happens is they get together with his with this Kung Fu Master's like brothers, and they make like a soccer team. They go up against Team Evil, and it's great. I mean, if that sounds like something you'll enjoy, then you absolutely will. Because I went into it, and my friend was like, "Have you never seen this?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't, but it sounds incredible." He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna love this." And I'm like, "Okay, we'll see." And I watched it. I'm like, "Yeah, you were absolutely right. This is like a great movie." But
that does sound fantastic.
Yeah. Anyway, I watched that, and I highly recommend it. I also showed that same friend the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and,
nice.
And he loved it. He thought it was hilarious, but I think that movie's hilarious too. So there you go.
It's real good.
Yeah. And the third movie I watched this last weekend, which I actually hadn't seen before, despite my professed obsession to this media franchise, was the 1979 Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren in it.
Boy.
That movie's not good, but it's like Super Mario Bros.
No.
It's pretty funny, or at least I enjoy it. See, that's the kind of movie where there are only two kinds of people who will truly enjoy that film. One of them is hardcore Punisher fans. The other one is anybody who likes really stupid, really awful, cheesy 80s action movies. And of course, I fall into both of those categories.
Right.
So I had a blast watching that film, but by all objective standards, it is not a good movie. So there you go. It's like, it's kind of like when I wrote that thing for the first Land of the License about the Punisher NES movie. I mean, for a movie that was released at the height of this character's admittedly pretty limited popularity, it is not as bad as it could be, but it's not very good either. So,
right.
I don't know. It's not completely like a total just cash-in on the franchise. Like, there was some thought put into it, but like I said, it's not going to be the kind of thing everybody enjoys.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, I watched those. I went to the comic store. I made a little more progress on watching Daredevil, which is still pretty good. I'm not
got some serious Punisher action there.
You're damn right, but I don't know. I'm only like 6 episodes in, and the Elektra stuff's all right. I mean, I like Elektra well enough. I think she's very hard to be written well.
Yeah.
See,
they introduce her really well, and then she just kind of tapers off.
Yeah. See,
I mean, I haven't really watched too much more of it since we last talked about this, but the Elektra stuff is what's put me off.
Really?
Because
man,
I don't know. I thought it was. She was like, I don't know. I thought she was introduced pretty well, but then once they just started getting into like, I don't know. I can't stand how Matt interacts with women in that show. It's
he's
so like
that's
awkward.
That's a running theme of like Daredevil in general, not just that show. But like,
I guess so. I mean, it's not like a really like negative thing. Like it's not like he's like like necessarily like terrible to them or anything. It's just like, man, like when I see that, I'm just like, man, if I did that to a woman, she would like look at me like I was on fucking crack. Like, she would be like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" Like, I don't know. It's weird.
Like, the thing about me for Elektra specifically is, I'm most familiar with Elektra through, like, the whole Frank Miller, Klaus Janson run on Daredevil, which is, like, like, character defining. Like, the one with, like, Bullseye and Elektra that, like, introduced all that stuff that brought, like, ninjas into the Daredevil canon, that most of this Daredevil stuff is kind of based on, like, for the TV show, I mean. And, in there, Elektra's pretty well written, mostly. I mean, I'm not going to say any more because I don't want to spoil anything, because I know John at least hasn't, like, read those comics and all that kind of stuff. And for anyone who's listening, I don't want to spoil anything either, but, and then they do, like, the Elektra, like, Frank Miller did, like, an Elektra miniseries, which I've heard is really good, but, the way he handles her in the regular Daredevil series is kind of But I really like her as a character. I like her character's concept. And then she's also in the Jason Aaron run on Punisher, which is just so character-defining for a Punisher comic release, like post-Garth Ennis. But he also handles Elektra really shittily in that. Like, oh, she's introduced really well and she's got a great character concept, but it's like, oh, you blew it. You blew it, Jason. Even though, like, 2 of the 4 arcs of the Jason Aaron series are, like, just absolutely iconic in terms of, like, the Punisher canon. But anyway, I'm going way off on a tangent with all this. The point is...
It's fine.
The point is, I watched 2 more episodes of Daredevil, and I'm still enjoying it because... Because I want to see how the season ends. Like, I've heard good things about what happens later in the season, and like you said...
Really?
Well,
I finished it, and
I've heard at least one. I've heard at least one good thing that happens later in the season that I want to see. Because it's like you said,
sure.
Scott, all that Frank Castle action. I just gotta see it, and maybe
he's easily like the high point of that show.
Yeah. And maybe they fuck him up later in the season, but those first 4 episodes where they introduce Frank and all that are so good. They're so good.
They really are.
Like, just from when he's introduced to that part at the end where they're, like, in the graveyard through those first 4 episodes, my god. It's like, like, it took me a long time. It took me a couple weeks to keep watching after that, because after I saw those first 4 episodes, I was like, alright, that's literally all I wanted out of this season. Like, I could stop watching and be satisfied with this. But
I agree with that. Like, I'm not super Punisher boy like you are, but that was still
no, it's super
like
Punisher.
Those 4
boy.
episodes are such a great, concise story.
Yeah.
It was like they could have just ended it. This is perfect.
Yeah, I don't know, but so I watched that, and then John, you know this, but I also watched the first episode of JoJo Part 4 anime.
There you go.
Josuke Boy, which is
hell yeah,
which is really good. The nice thing about that was that it was literally exactly what I expected. I expected it to be like 90% like the manga, exactly kind of like the same style David Pro had with like parts 1, 2, and 3, and I was right. So that was not.
It's so good.
That was not a disappointment.
So I haven't read the manga, but I've like watched the entire show, and I know the manga's really good, and I know I'm supposed to. I know I'm supposed to read it.
Sure,
but I just really, really enjoy the presentation of the anime.
Listen, I'm gonna be like real talk with you right now. The anime is exactly the same as the manga. There's no difference.
That's what I figured.
Nothing changes between the two. Like David Productions, who does the show, is so like reverent and fan servicey with all that they do it so well. And they even do like the fucking like poses and shit like that.
Yeah.
Or they'll just like strike a pose while they're talking, and it's so good. I'm glad you enjoy the presentation as someone who hasn't.
It's really good. Yeah.
So that's good. But that's oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, I have a lot of friends who are super into JoJo, especially the manga, and they're just like, they're constantly like, oh, the anime butchers it. He doesn't say this line exactly.
Okay, like, there are some places in the
that
anime
kind of stuff.
There are some places in the anime where I've been like, oh, it would have been cool if they had said this, but like, it's still like close enough. Like, okay, this will be the last thing I say before I move on.
Sure.
One of my favorite.
Please.
One of my Michael's dying over here. I'm quiet.
Oh,
I'm completely silent for like
the
the first.
train. I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, I'm like completely silent for like the first 25 minutes of this podcast, and once I start talking, y'all can't shut me the fuck up. But like one of my favorite parts in any JoJo media ever, and it's in the manga, it's in the anime, it's even in the OVA, is the part. So you've seen the Part 3 anime, right, Scott? Like you just said that you
Yes, I have.
like watched it. That part near the end where Jotaro and Dio are facing down, and he's like, "Oh, you're moving closer to me, even though Joseph told you not to." Like, one of my favorite things in any JoJo media is that scene in the OVA.
Yeah.
Because there's this great line delivery. I don't know if you see it.
I haven't.
And Dio's got this really awful, like, almost kind of like Liquid Snake sort of voice where he's like, "Oh, you're not obeying the wishes of your grandfather. You're coming very close to Dio." And then Jotaro's just like, "Yeah, gotta get closer to mess you up." And then this music thing plays, and it's just like, holy shit. And so one of my favorite parts about seeing the Part 3 anime, I literally waited the entire Part 3 anime week by week to get to that scene in the last episode. And I was not disappointed. Like, it's not the same lines or anything, but it's close enough to, like, the OVA and, like, what they say in the manga, where he's like, I think in the manga what he says is he's like, Dio's like, "Oh, you're getting closer to me," and Jotaro says something like, "Yeah, I can't kick your ass if I don't get closer," and Dio goes, "Oh, we'll get as close as you need to," and it's so good. But
I think I, like, actively cheered when that moment happened.
It's so dumb, but it's so good. I don't know how anybody can take that show 100% seriously, because it's
it's so fucking
it's
good.
just so.
But it does
so
that in such a good way.
Yeah, it honestly does.
Yeah.
But anyway, before Michael shits himself over here, I'll move on.
Remember when we talked about video games? We used to talk about video games. That
This
was
isn't
pretty cool.
Michael. This is nice conversation.
Michael,
Yeah, we have interests that... Yeah.
Here's the thing, Michael. I ain't got jack shit to say about what video games I played this week. So that's basically my whole segment right there.
Right.
I've been playing the same damn games I was playing last week. I'm still working through Lisa, and I'm still chugging along on Fallout 4. And that's basically it. And Stardew Valley. And that's the same shit I've been playing for the last 4 weeks. So there you go. I'm gearing up to start Dark Souls 3. By the time we record the next podcast, I'll have played Dark Souls 3. Yeah. I think I might also get my roommates together to play through a little bit of the first one this weekend, but we'll see.
Have you played it before?
Okay.
Played what?
Dark Souls 1?
Played the first Dark Souls? Yeah, jeez, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
I got into. I'm just saying.
Ryan is a big Dark Souls fan.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big
absolutely
fan
same.
of the first Dark Souls. Yeah, but
Yeah, it's
like,
a real good game.
I was going to write sort of an article about my experience playing it for the first time, but I'm not quite done with it yet. I didn't really get much farther than the first page or so, but the first time I ever played Dark Souls was freshman year of college, which was like 2.5, 3 years ago or so. I guess at this point it would have been 2 years, because I'm in my third year of college, and this is my first year, and it would have been the same semester my freshman year, so that's like, what, 2 years? Yeah, 2 years, basically. It doesn't matter. The point is that I knew this guy in high school, and it turns out that he had come to the same university as me, and we kind of reconnected, like, got to be better friends than we ever had been in high school, and he was like, "Hey, you ever heard of Dark Souls?" And I'm like, gee golly, Brett, no, I haven't. What the heck's Dark Souls? And so for, like, 2 months or so, we got together, like, once a week, every week, and just played through the first Dark Souls, and it was so much fun. And since then, all my experiences with the Souls games, Bloodborne included, have been in sort of a social environment with, like, him, who's now my roommate, and then my other roommate, who isn't him. Like, we'll get together in the living room and just watch each other play it, and, like, that's my experience at this point with these games. And so, I don't know, like, my experience with the Souls games are, like, really fun, because it's, like, this collaborative effort of, you know, trying to solve the problems together instead of, like, being stuck on something, or laughing off all the bullshit deaths and, like, teasing each other about it instead of just getting, like, genuinely angry. So, I don't know, that's kind of the reason why I enjoy those games that much.
I do it the exact opposite way. Like, I just tell everyone in my life, okay, I'm gonna be gone for like a week. You all need to not bother me, and just like deep dive, solo run my way through each game. And it's always a really gratifying experience once you're able to like get through that.
Yeah,
I enjoy those games a lot.
Yeah, and after we played through that first one together,
we should move on. I'm sorry, I don't want to like end the conversation, but we should.
All right,
move on.
then we'll move on.
We'll talk like Dark Souls is. We'll talk about that next week for sure.
Yeah, totally.
Like, we'll have plenty of time to talk about Dark Souls.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, okay. Thanks so much for your input there, Ryan.
No problem.
So as for me, I moved this past week.
Nice.
So I don't really have too much to say.
How's the castle?
Oh, okay, all right, I'll get to that. So, yeah, I don't really have too much to say about actual games. Still playing Valkyria Chronicles. Still can't talk about that. I got back into The Witcher just as like a cool down game. I've been playing that a bit before I go to bed.
Nice.
The Witcher.
I really need to finish that.
I don't know. I love just going through like a quest or two before I go to bed. You know, like just I just played through a quest where I hunted down like a ritualistic serial killer.
Oh shit!
That was fucked up.
That sounds cool.
It was an interesting quest. Like, you know, because I don't know, like the way that they use Geralt's Witcher senses, not just to hunt monsters, but to hunt different types of people is really interesting, because there will be like, because they use it in such interesting ways. Like, I remember, like, there's like, this lady ran away from someone. This is the scene of a crime, so I can, you know, use my senses to figure out who did this. Like, just the variety in the game is so vast, and like, we talked about The Witcher so many times, but I don't think enough can ever be said about that game. I love The Witcher 3 so much.
Nice. Yeah, it's a good game. I should find the time to get in there again.
Sure. But the other video game related thing that I can talk about is, well, you know, like Ryan mentioned, watching JoJo. The spring anime season started recently.
Oh yeah,
and
great.
One of the shows that premiered this season was an Ace Attorney anime.
Oh boy.
Excuse me. Let me give that another go. So, one of the shows that premiered this season was an Ace Attorney anime.
Here
Wonderful.
we go.
Now,
animes based on video games have a wonderful track record. So this one will just live up to the hype.
Yeah.
Well, let me think about other animes that were based on video games. And then there's the Pokemon one, which, you know,
let's not go. We are almost at an hour. Let's not run down every anime based on a video game, or I will end up with blood on my hands.
I disagree. I think we should go even longer talking about anime.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know. But no. So yeah, this Ace Attorney anime is really, really bad. It is like one of the most static, most bland, most boring ways that they could present a story I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Is it Law and Order the anime?
No, and I wish it was, because then there would be some flavor to it.
Yeah.
It's just like, it is a beat by beat exact retelling of what happened in the game.
Oh, jeez.
But not even in a way that you would want to see it. Like, you know, Ryan mentions how the JoJo anime recreates the manga, but the sprites in the actual Ace Attorney games had more personality than the animation does in this anime. It's like it's not a treat to see these characters in like doing what they do in the anime. Like, when you watch JoJo, it's like, oh yeah, I've been wanting to see this in motion. Yeah. But in this show, it's like, oh, he's gonna do the objection. Oh, he's gonna scratch his head like he does in that one sprite. Oh boy, like it doesn't, and it looks worse than it does in the sprite.
Yeah.
And it's not exciting at all. And I don't know how exactly they're gonna show the rest of the cases, because the first case in the first game they can do in one episode because it's just the court case, but in episode 2, is that going to be the entire second case of the first game? Are they going to go through all the games in this one season, or are they going to... Because I feel like no matter what they do, it's going to be horrible.
Yeah.
Like, if they spread it out over multiple episodes, it's like, great, I'm going to have to watch him digging around for clues for one episode, and then a court case for another episode. Like, oh my god. Then if they shove it all together, it's going to be even worse. Like, I don't know. It's going to be fucking horrible. But I think I'm going to watch the whole thing. I will report back when it's over, and I'll, talk about that, because it seems like it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
Like, really bad.
You kind of make it sound like the Danganronpa anime, honestly. I went into that anime with very high expectations, because I experienced the first Danganronpa by reading Oren Ronan's Let's Play, which is incredible, because he goes into a lot of details about Japanese culture that you just don't get from the translated game. But...
See, I tried to read that, and I just remember the translation being really dry, and I didn't like it.
I liked it. I really liked it.
Like I thought the asides were interesting, but I don't know. Like, when I just played the game, I was like, see, there's, like, personality in these characters now, so that's nice.
But, I mentioned that because, like, I felt like that game would make a really good anime. But for some reason, they took that and just stuck it into 13 episodes with horrible pacing, and it's just like, here's where the murder happens in this episode. Here's where the case happens in another. Here's a murder. Here's a case. Here's a murder. Here's a case. And there's absolutely no tension, and that game is nothing but tension. And it just absolutely ruined it.
I feel like the tension from the game comes from you growing attached to the
characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
only way that you can really do that is by choosing which characters you interact with.
Totally.
In, like, the dating sim segment.
Totally.
So I don't think that can translate to an anime. So I kind of feel like that was a kind of doomed from the start, much like the Ace Attorney anime is. So,
I think it's totally possible to do that. It's just that was a really, really poor example of it.
I guess. But, yeah, I'll get back to y'all about the Ace Attorney anime once it's over. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be, but,
that sounds rough, man. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, it's rough. It's just, it's a bummer. I really like Ace Attorney, so, it's sad. But let's move on to news. We explained to Scott already how we do news, but in case you are a new listener... We each choose one news article that we found interesting and read and bring it up so we can talk about it. Scott, why don't you go first?
You want me to go? Okay.
All
right. All right. This is the Zam.com headline. Vaping congressman accused of using campaign funds on $1,300 worth of Steam games.
Great.
Yes, I vape, Representative Hunter, also written in an editorial. So, essentially what happened here was, this guy, what exactly was his name again? Duncan Hunter, Representative Duncan Hunter of San Diego. He wound up on 68 separate occasions using campaign funds to buy $1,300 worth of Steam games. And he accused his son of making the purchases. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Throwing him under the bus.
Yeah.
Geez,
no respect.
But there's there might be a little bit more to this, because this guy, he has been constantly on the side of video games when it comes to, like, Congress talking about video game violence. Mm-hmm. So, who knows? Maybe he's like... Maybe he really is doing this. Maybe his son... Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait. Oh, man. I just noticed this.
Yeah.
A screen capture of some of Representative Hunter's or his son's Steam purchases that run the gamut of $5 to $96.30. And they're all...
Are there any interesting standouts?
It doesn't list the names. It just shows Steam games, and then amounts, and then personal expense to be paid back, and then he never actually paid the money back for this. This started in like 2013, and he hasn't spent any. He hasn't like given any of it back.
God.
Wow. 68 into 1,300 is 19.
Yep.
So every charge was about $20.
Something like that.
That's the average.
Yeah.
Maybe he's buying all that Train Simulator DLC.
Yeah, a lot of Stardew Valley and Factorio, I assume.
It looks like he pretty regularly buys like $5 games, or maybe someone's doing $5 microtransactions. But then occasionally it's just like he buys a full-priced game, or like this $96 one. I don't even know what that is.
Maybe he bought.
Probably
maybe he bought like an
sale.
unusual hat on TF2 or something.
So I have actually a little history with campaigns and stuff. And I know for a fact that, or at least here in Florida, that you have to keep a very close eye on campaign finances, and you have to file reports with government agencies so that they have overview of what you're spending your money on. It's the same way with you have to also file reports on who's giving you money.
Right.
So the idea that his little son took the company credit card for years and no one noticed until now, to the tune of $1,300, is some bullshit.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
like if it was one of those all at once like purchases, and then he was like, "Oh shit, my son bought $1,300 worth of games because he thought I was rich." Like might be more plausible. Like I've seen like headlines where like some dude was like, "Oh yeah, my son spent like $2,000 on FIFA," and then EA's like, "Oh, we'll refund that. I'm sorry." Like,
I apologize.
Yeah,
I got the time frame wrong. It was actually between October 13th and December 16th of last year. So he might have like gone hog wild on a couple sales.
That's yeah. It sounds like he went hog wild on like the I think they had like a fall sale, and then shortly after had their December sale.
Yeah,
that sounds you would still catch that.
Yeah,
the accountant,
totally.
Whoever the accountant is for that,
the paperwork is all there. It's just all listed as personal expenses.
I wonder if they caught it, and then he said, "Oh, that's my son," and then just never paid it back.
Yeah,
that's some shit.
Jeez. Well, thanks for the report, Scott. What a weird event that is.
Vape culture, man.
Yeah, he's the. I'm sure people have seen videos of this guy. Like he has vaped on in Congress,
right,
like to show for vapors' rights. God.
Hashtag vape rights.
Yeah, I wonder like what his rig is. You know, like I wonder what he vapes. Ryan, how about we do your article now? Let's mix it up a little bit.
Sure. So, hey, remember earlier when I talked about Dark Souls for like half an hour? Michael remembers.
Yes.
But, anyway.
It's tattooed on my soul.
Yeah, anyway, so that game's not supposed to come out until Tuesday, like I said, but, some people got their hands on it early. Bandai Namco...
Well, it came out in Japan.
Yeah, it came out in Japan. First of all, this is true.
But it is technically a game that
did
is
it
out.
was like
I'm talking
the way that they did it was there was like
let
a
the man tell the story. It's in the story.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Jesus.
Yeah. Anyway, it already came out. If y'all want to do this news story, that's fine. Gives me more time to focus on literally anything else. But anyway, so it had come out in Japan, and Bandai Namco started handing out copies to press and streamers, but not to us. And that was despite the fact that it wasn't entirely patched all the way through. Like, it didn't have the patch to fix all the bugs and do the online access and all that kind of stuff. But, so people streamed it for about a week or so, and then Bandai Namco started realizing, people don't want to see this game early, apparently. So, because they realized people didn't want to be spoiled on the content of the game, you know, because people sometimes, generally, they don't like being spoiled on games they're excited for.
Right.
Originally, what Bandai Namco had done was tell anybody who was streaming it, like, hey, you know, only play it up until this boss. But then, I guess people were ignoring it and they were still going. But now Bandai Namco's just like, alright, stop. Let's just stop. Stop. And, that's it. They bungled the Dark Souls 3 release, at least in the eyes of anybody who gives a crap about the content, anyone who's seen that and that kind of thing. And I don't know. I mean... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say personally, I've completely blacked out on it, and I know little to nothing about it so far.
Yeah,
I'm just excited to jump in.
Me neither. I don't like knowing anything about games, even games that like don't come out early. Like even from movies, it's rare for me to watch trailers because I like not knowing what to expect. But I don't know. I mean, bungled releases of games are no news, I guess. But there's something about this one that's kind of, I don't know if I'd say unprecedented, but it's certainly weird for a company to hand out early copies to streamers and then respond to this kind of fan panic and be like, okay, stop, you can't do this anymore.
Right.
It's trying to put the genie back in the lamp.
Yeah.
Like you can't do it. It's surreal, like the way they've done this. Of like, let's release it in Japan, but multiplayer's not in.
Well,
also we haven't actually patched the bugs out, and then we'll do that when it releases everywhere else. Also, we handed it out to people. Oh, it turns out our fans like discovering this stuff together. Whoops.
By the way,
hey, could you guys not stream that thing we gave you? Oh, you're going to anyways? Shit.
By the way, multiplayer is in the game. It's just if you made a Japanese account and are playing it in North America, you can't access it.
To my understanding, even like early access,
really,
like, English North American versions don't have it either.
Right.
To my understanding.
Nobody has it yet. From what I can gather, the way that they actually got the English version of the game was you had to make like a Japanese account, and then if you switched back to your English account, like right before you downloaded it, it would download the international version of the game.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So you could get it early, like air quotes, legitimately by buying it through a Japanese account and then switching to your English one.
Weird.
So there are ways to get this, like you said, legitimately, but then there are also the people who were given the game and then told, stream up until this point, and then some of those people didn't hear from Namco. Like, they just suddenly were told by other streamers, like on Twitter. There are Twitter conversations that I looked at of just like streamers like, hey, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna stream that tonight. He's like, yeah, no, dude, check your email. He's like, I didn't get an email.
Oh, jeez.
It's kind of great to watch. Like, but I don't, like, as someone who I've played, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and I think those games are really interesting, and every time a new one comes out, I just look at it as, will I get this? Mm-hmm. I was looking at that early stuff and wondering, like, should I be getting this? And it would be really disappointing to me, because having gone through Dark Souls 2 and feeling like I was accepted by or part of that community because I got it close to release, because I was discovering everything as everyone else was, it would be really, really shitty if I was to go through that again and then discover like, oh, someone's already like speedrun
totally the information
in like 2 or 3 hours.
The information is already out there. Like, it's
and as soon as it's out there, it's done. Mm-hmm. You're done. So it divides the community between the people who have played it, the people who know all about it, and the people who, like you guys, stayed in the dark. Mm-hmm. Well, as soon as you like find something, you're like, oh, I wonder where this goes. You're gonna look, if you're the type of person who plays socially, but unlike Ryan, doesn't have a bunch of people,
right,
or you guys don't know, you're gonna look online and you're just gonna find the answer,
right,
not a bunch of speculation. And that speculation is part of that game.
Yeah,
and that's just like they fucked up like a very key core to that game.
Yeah, but
and they did it like, I guess, ignorantly.
Yeah,
like
totally. No, I can't actually believe that, because they have to know. That's one of the biggest things about that game. They build that game They build these games specifically because of that.
I like their language when they said like, oh, some of our fans are upset. Like, it kind of seemed like they didn't expect people to react negatively to so many people getting early access.
I feel like
it's weird.
Yeah, I feel like From probably knew, but probably not Bandai Namco.
No, they
don't.
Because
Namco really seems totally out there on the messaging of that game. Like, they just kind of don't get it, sort of. Like, I'll totally understand that people there know that game and play that game, but probably don't follow the community around it.
Let's move on. Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Would you you like to read your news article?
I can.
Please do.
If he has to.
Have you guys ever heard? Have you ever heard of this game called World of Warcraft?
No.
I've heard of that one. Yes.
World of
Yes.
World of War. No,
It's a movie. It's a movie. It's a movie
right,
they
it is a
made into
movie.
an MMORPG.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
Remember that?
So yeah, World of Warcraft. It's been out since like 2005. That sounds right.
Huh.
Has private servers, like privately run servers that aren't Blizzard approved, and for a while now, I've heard of these before, that they just play a vanilla version of the game, a game that has no expansions and is, I'm pretty sure, as close to original as possible. I don't even know if it has like any updates. For those who just want to experience the original vanilla grind fest that was the original World of Warcraft. The most famous one of those that was called Nostalrius.
It's supposed
It's
to be like,
French.
I thought it was supposed to be like nostalgia with like Nostalrius.
Oh, that is a good
Nostalrius.
joke. I like that.
Yeah, that's kind of
Oh,
what I
shit.
thought. That's kind of what I thought the whole point of it was.
That is a real good
Uh.
joke. I didn't pick up on that in the least bit.
I'll be honest. When I see like complicated like MMO names like that, I just go like,
Right.
Nostalgia. Let's keep reading. But it's a French server. It's one of the biggest private servers. I think before this they were boasting somewhere between 10 to 12,000 people in population, which is not, that's a pretty large amount. Well, Blizzard says no more, and have decided to give them a cease and desist. So by the time you hear this, it'll have already closed. But on April 10th, they shut down this private server suddenly.
Oh, wow.
I'm not really sure why. To my knowledge, these vanilla servers, I don't know how long this one particularly has been running. I know it's been at least a couple years, but these vanilla servers have been around for years. I think EverQuest has one for sure, or at least at one point did, and they are a really interesting kind of retrospectives of this is what this game was at one point, and when we talk about how Matrix Online is only alive because someone is privately running a server somewhere, or Star Wars Galaxies MMO, like those only exist because of private servers. So vanilla WoW only exists because of private servers. Some people are speculating that maybe Blizzard is doing this because they're going to have their own legacy server, but it's kind of a shame that they suddenly decided to just end this one.
Yep.
With no promise of a replacement.
Yeah. There's a petition going around that the team behind it and the players who are in it are passing around. I believe last time I saw it was like at 18,000 signatures, which is a lot of people. And then I saw this earlier today. They're on a death march.
Oh boy!
In that server, they've decided to. I don't know the names of the places off the top of my head, and I don't ever want to. But they decided to go from a city to a nearby cliff. Every character to get on the server and just have a suicide march, where they go to the cliff and then jump off. So at least they're making the best of a weird situation by committing mass suicide.
It's fucking weird, but in like an interesting way.
When MMOs fucking end, they fucking end in the best ways.
Yeah, MMOs always have the strangest stories, like especially
Have you,
WoW. Like I remember reading the stories of like that plague that happened in WoW, and it was so strange that like the fucking the like government contacted Blizzard and was like, "Hey, can you give us your notes on how this went down so we can like use it in case a plague happens in the U.S."
Oh man!
Prepare. There was a boss.
No, I know what you're talking about, but like the idea that the FBI or the government would be like, "Hey, send us this notes."
They wanted information because it was like. It was basically a simulation of what would happen if a plague hit. But MMOs are really, really interesting.
Have you?
I'd never want to play them, but I just want to hear stories about them.
Have you guys ever listened to "A Life Well Wasted" by Robert Ashley?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's
been a very long while.
I go and like re-listen to that every now and then. It's still like it's like, oh man, just the stories they tell are fucking how did he get John Romero?
I don't know. For those not who are curious, Life Well Wasted was like a 6-part.
No, it went up to like 9
series
episodes.
of podcasts,
and a whole bunch of side ones that were really good too. But it was
it was an inconsistent podcast. It was really inconsistent. Like, I think I remember being subscribed to it, and like a year later, he's like, "Here's a podcast."
Yeah,
like,
no,
but it was really well done, really well edited
fantastic.
podcast.
It's incredible, but
a lot of good like video game stories and stuff.
Yeah, they had one really interesting story of a game, and I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it was with regards to game preservation, and they had the actual final moments of the voice chat that was going on in the game of an MMO while it was being taken down, and it was really goddamn moving, actually. Like, people went out of their way to go and make friends and exchange information, and it was really interesting. It's a really good podcast. Y'all should listen to it. It came out in like 2009, so a little bit of the references are a little bit outdated, but it still holds up, and it's very well produced. Highly recommended.
Cool.
Yeah.
I will look into that.
It's really good.
All right, so I'm gonna talk about. I kind of have 2 articles here. The first one is a bit of a smaller story, so I'm gonna do that one first. Have any of you folks watched Sons of Anarchy?
No.
I have not.
Okay, well, to explain it to people who don't know, it was a show that aired on the FX channel. It was about like a biker gang, and it was very, very popular. It was one of FX's most popular TV shows. It was one of those like big water cooler event shows. But in August of 2015, a game based on the series was released on iOS. And after the first episode came out, it was an episodic adventure game a la Telltale. But after that first episode, another 9 episodes were promised, and they never came out.
Oh boy. Jeez.
Oh no, excuse me. It came out in early 2015, but in August. I'm reading this off of Destructoid because Chris Carter of Destructoid kind of noticed this and started to write about it. How nothing came up about this game. Like to quote some of the article here, having a delay between episodes isn't unheard of. Like Republic took 3 years, but there was no talk of any other episodes from the developer. So Chris Carter went and contacted the developers. He contacted one of the developers, Silverback Games, who went on to say, "Oh, we were just hired as a consultant for this game. We don't know anything that is going on with the other developer, Orpheus Interactive." So Chris Carter had continuously tried to contact Orpheus for 8 months, basically, and eventually Apple just messaged him and said, "Oh, we're refunding you for the game," because he bought the season pass. There was a season pass sold for this game, and they refunded him for it, and that was that. The game is not up on on the iOS store anymore. There is no hint of it on any of Apple's servers. The website for the game is still up, and it claims that there is still going to be 9 more episodes. But yeah, it's just really baffling because this is an official game of a very popular TV show, and it's just vanished.
Yeah, you have to wonder like what happened there. Like, did they just run out of budget?
Who knows?
Did Fox like clamp down on some of their story stuff? Like, you can't do this, you can't do that, and they just like totally lost it creatively.
No idea.
Yeah, who knows?
Very weird.
That's
very weird.
That sucks. It really sucks for the people who bought that season pass expecting really good content out of that and just didn't get anything.
Yeah. So my next little bit of news here is about Final Fantasy 15. We talked a bunch about it last week because of that Final Fantasy 15 event, but we have some actual information that is worth talking about this week. Because the cover story to Game Informer leaked, and I think Game Informer will actually be out by the time this is out. So whatever. But Final Fantasy 15 has a lot of details that were revealed in this cover story. Some of the notable tidbits that Ryan here points out are how there are 4 different quest types. There will be main story quests, monster hunting, regional quests, and fun quests.
Those aren't very fun.
It said the fun quest was like Chocobo racing and stuff like that. So
that's just
snowboarding. Great.
Yeah. Should just be hanging
like
out
that.
with your boys, late at night.
I mean, I've seen videos of Final Fantasy 15 now, and there were multiple scenes of the boys just like wrestling with each other.
That's the good shit.
God, that game is gay as shit. I'm just gonna say right now, that game is gay as fuck.
I'm ready for such a good boy fest there.
It's 4 shirtless boys
it is.
wrestling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
gonna be
is.
great. Something that's very interesting that they
My
pointed
knuckles
out.
together, they were bad.
Something that's interesting that was pointed out. They had decided that the game was going to come out in September of 2016. They knew this since December of 2013.
Yep.
Okay.
They said that,
right.
Well, they said that because at that time, that was when Tetsuya Nomura distanced himself from Final Fantasy 15 to work on Kingdom Hearts 3 and the Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Yeah.
So, some other little interesting tidbits. Summons aren't just going to pop up and attack. They will actively interact with the world once you summon them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for example, they said that, like, maybe a summon will appear and, throw some punches, or they might pick up a boulder and throw it, or maybe the summon might just decide that the battle isn't worth it and will just walk away.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Have you watched footage of summons at all?
Not really. I haven't watched too much footage of 15. Like, I've seen a little bit here and there, but I want to experience it. This is going to be my first Final Fantasy, so I want to dive into it.
Oh boy, this sounds like the worst one to do it on. But like,
I don't know.
But like,
they're all the worst one to do it on.
I saw from the demo that was released a while ago, the one you had to buy Type 0 for. Like, you had the capacity to summon Ramo, which is the Thunder guy. And it was fucking really, really cool. He's just massive, and lightning is just raining down. And then even after his attack is done, and he starts to fade away, there's still, like, lightning resonating all over the place. It's such a spectacle in such a cool way.
They also point out that each character has special talents.
Oh boy!
That they can practice and become better at. Like, for example,
one's a healer, one uses magic.
One
can jump.
No, more like fun talents. Like, one of the examples they gave was a Prompto, the pretty boy.
Oh boy!
His talent is photography, and he gets better at it.
I bet he does.
He gets better at it when you upload his photos to social media. So the game wants you to take his pictures.
What, to like
and
his
upload them.
FetLife profile? Like, what do you mean?
Basically, yeah.
Fuck off.
All right, here you go, Noctis. I uploaded these to your Plenty of Fish profile, so good luck.
Oh, jeez, that sounds good.
He's got a positive response, so good job. The lighting was really well.
But yes, the other interesting thing that they pointed out was that there will not be sequels to Final Fantasy 15. Like, how there were like Lightning Returns and all that shit.
Yeah, right.
They said that they're not going to do that, but they mentioned that Final Fantasy 7 remake. They talked about finally how that game is going to be released. They said that the Final Fantasy 7 remake will be like Final Fantasy 13. There will be full-sized, like actual Final Fantasy-sized games. Multiple ones of those for Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Well, they said they're going to release that in 3 different parts as well. 3 full-size parts.
Okay, that makes more sense to
the
me,
full remake. Yeah. Dude, if they're out there, even if it was I know it was a mistranslation, but if they're out there even hinting that they may need to sell a lot to break even on this 10-year-old dev game... there are gonna be some sequels. You don't just fucking develop a new engine and be like, I don't know, let's make 16 now.
Well, you can also imagine they'll do a lot of DLC too.
Well,
Yeah.
they have 7, which that is in the same engine.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sure.
B, they have
So
they
that
have
already
the movie
is
and the
their
anime and all
sequel.
this other stuff. So
Yeah. I like sure, but you have this. Maybe they won't have a direct sequel. Like maybe it won't have the same characters, but they're gonna reutilize a lot of that stuff. You don't spend that much money and just go on and spend more of it. Like you just don't do that. That's not how.
yeah,
game development
I think
works.
they're gonna have that same engine and they're gonna use it for different things and they're gonna
Sure.
recoup their losses that way. I bet.
I bet.
Yeah, let's move on to questions. If there's nothing else y'all want to talk about.
I have a question, John. Do you want to play a Final
Yes.
Fantasy game before 15? A good one?
Which one are you?
Haha, there aren't any.
I'll play Final Fantasy 9 with you. That one's incredible.
Yeah.
It's supposed to come out. It's
It
just
is.
got
It's
rated.
gonna come- Yeah. It's set to
It's
come
got
out on
rated, all that
Steam
stuff
in
went on Steam.
early
Yeah.
early 2016.
Yeah.
It got recently updated.
That's
like
good.
all that stuff on Steam's back end got updated, which
That's good.
indicates it might actually come out soon.
Glad
Probably
there's
within
one
this
other-
month.
glad
We
there's
should-
one
we should
other
play
person
9
on
together.
this- Yeah, I'm glad there's one other person on the site now that knows 9's a good game.
9's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Questions.
Yeah. Michael, please remind everyone where they can send questions.
You can send questions to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask, or if you would like, you can email us at podcast@videogamechoochoo.com. If you email us at podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, I will reply with a smiley face.
Aw.
So, and maybe it'll be capital D. I don't know. Depends on how happy I am with your question.
Great.
I'm gonna do something unorthodox. One, I'm gonna go quicker than usual because we are running long,
A little bit.
and I'm also gonna ask. I'm gonna ask the. Well, there's a bunch of questions here.
Okay.
That's why.
Oh, wow.
All right.
I'm going to ask the last question first because the last question is aimed at Scott.
Ooh.
This person with cool sunglasses, also called Anonymous, would like to know your interests with the games and other nerd shit.
Just in general?
Just in general, what kind of nerdy shit?
What kind of
Are you
nerdy
into?
shit am I into? I've been pretty open about the stuff I'm really interested in on the site. Like I love wrestling, like an embarrassing amount. Whenever I find a game, I tend to deep dive into it way longer than anyone should. But I'm trying to think of the worst, most embarrassing, nerdiest thing that I like, and it's I don't know.
Working for this website.
Yes, exactly.
But you
There
don't
you
like
go.
that. You definitely don't like that.
No, you guys have been really cool, and you've helped me out a lot in the
Aw.
small time I'm here, and I've been really enjoying
Thank you.
it.
Good.
We'll try to change your mind.
Yeah.
I think probably the worst thing is that I have I'm not very good at fighting games, but I do have a WWE All-Stars Brawl Stick. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's got a super I got the Xbox 360 version that has a very super muscular Triple H and The Rock on it, and it's
Wow.
I just plastered stickers all over it. One of them.
Are they kissing?
Let me double check. No, I can make them
No.
if I can find some stickers.
What
of them kissing.
a terrible stick.
It's not
that
a good
is, then.
stick. It's actually a decent stick.
Next question comes from Anonymous, who is also wearing the same brand of
Oh,
sunglasses.
wow.
Nice.
I think we've been asked this before, which is really strange because this question is strange. What video game character would you most want to be swallowed by?
Fantastic.
Have you really been asked that before?
I am pretty sure we have because or something similar because I remember thinking this is dirty, also Kirby. That's the only two things I could come up with.
I didn't know the V in VGCC stood for vor.
God damn it! Why did I not
I'm just
think of
saying.
that sooner?
Who do I want to be swallowed by? Here, if anyone else has something, shoot it, because this is going to take some time.
No, I'm gonna shoot.
yeah.
Hey
I'm
Ryan, why don't you shoot it? Tell me who you want to be swallowed by. Shoot it.
Yeah,
Shoot it quick.
Let's shoot it.
Bang it out.
Jesus, I don't know. Don't put this kind of pressure on me.
Who do you want to be swallowed by,
I don't
Ryan?
give a-
They're in the next room.
I don't give a shit. I mean, Fuck off.
Don't worry,
See,
Ryan.
the
I'll
worst,
shoot it
the
for
worst
you.
thing is that I got asked this question on my blog about whether I'd be swallowed by John Arbuckle or Garfield. So I'm like 90% sure whoever sent this is probably the same person.
Great. All right, then we'll move on. Unless John, you have a particular man you want to be swallowed by.
I mean,
Or a
Garfield.
video game character. So.
Garfield is technically a video game character. I mean, I would love to be swallowed by the Garfield from A Week of Garfield.
Sure.
Would you be dressed up like a piece of lasagna?
Oh, I mean, that's the only way you could get it to happen.
It's kinda hot.
All right. Well,
I would
I'm not gonna kink shame you. So.
Thank you.
say
Yeah.
the Pokemon Muck, just so I'll know what it's like to literally be swallowed in garbage.
Where's Garbodor?
There is Garbodor.
Again, you're on this video. You're on this website, so you already know. Next question, also from Anonymous. What do you think of Blizzard's approach to legacy servers and the shutdown of Nostalria's largest vanilla server to exist?
What do we
talked
think about that?
We don't. I mean, it's if Blizzard has a replacement, then that's fine. But if they're just going to shut that down, then that's kind of shitty because it doesn't really harm them.
Mm-hmm.
People want this legacy stuff, and
I mean, doesn't it? Like, it harms them because it means those are subscribers they don't have.
there was speculation that WoW might go free to play. I can't see that happening, but
No.
also I believe that server itself is free. So I don't know for a fact, but that could in fact inhibit that. Or they could just not like people playing WoW for free, period. So that could be a
Yeah,
reason
and you know
behind
what? As a business who owns that IP, fucking do it. Like, it's weird because I do have like two opinions of this. Of like, as somebody who likes video games and likes video game preservation, it's shitty that shut down.
Right.
And it's shitty that it lasted so long before getting shut down. Like, it wasn't like, hey, we just opened this last month. But at the same time, that's their right.
Yeah.
Like, I know they're a big conglomerate, but that's their game.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have the right to play their game privately for free. That's just not it. Sorry.
It makes more sense in long dead games instead of games that are still actively being played and have a real user base.
Yeah, and the long dead games have been protected.
Yeah.
Like, those are legally protected as preservation.
Yeah.
So, Pika Charis. Pika Charis asks, if VGCC crew had a chance to make a video game, what kind would it be? Metroidvania-style game? Dating sim game? FPS? Etc.? Etc.?
I have a lot of game ideas that I'm not going to say just in case I make them, but...
It would be a VR visual novel of John Machonsky eating a tomato.
Ooh. John Machonsky swallowing you? Because then he would be a video game character.
That's my favorite.
That already exists.
We wrapped it around.
nobody wants to be vored by me, please.
Doesn't
I did-
want to be bored by you, John.
I did
No.
I did come up with an idea that my developer friend, the one I've been working on a little while secretly, has strictly said no to, and I've said stupid Tetris, in the sense of it's essentially Tetris, except we just flip the script on it constantly. One idea I had in particular is one very slow moving block that you can't speed up, or maybe you can and it only goes a tiny bit further, but as you see it slowly coming down and you see each block coming, it just reveals that it's a big middle finger, and then once it lands, a million things come out at once. It's just really stupid shit like that. Or at one point we can reveal that one block lands and then you activate it and then the whole thing just turns on its side, and we reveal that this is a 3D board all along, and then you have to play two different boards at the same time. Really stupid stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Tetris Championship Edition.
Sort of, except we just, instead of abiding by the rules of Tetris, we take Tetris and just jerk off all over it.
Great.
Hot. Coming to Pornhub.
Yes.
Anonymous asks, a major tech company decides to get into the video game console business. They hire you four idiots to... I'm really glad that they knew there would be four people on here.
Me.
No, I'm just glad they knew there'd be 4, because usually there's 3.
Oh.
They hire you 4 idiots to create a first-party mascot character to be their equivalent of Mario, Sonic, or Bald Gunman. Oh, wait, who's that from? Bald Gunman?
I think they mean Mega
It's
Man.
not from anything. They're making fun of how there's a bunch of gruff
Yes,
Marines.
yes, they are.
It's not like man, what was that game that had like a quarter dude who looked terrible? Anyways, what character do you create?
I want to let someone else answer because
you're
I answered. Like,
you're creating the mascot for a video game company. What is that character? It cannot be an existing character. If you say Duke Nukem, I will fuck.
No, listen. Okay, so it's a mascot. Okay, so they gotta be cute.
It's gotta be
and,
some kind
like,
of anthropomorphic
accessible.
animal.
Yes.
Alright, I'm thinking. I don't think they've ever done a panther before.
Ooh, I like this.
I feel like maybe because my middle school was the Panthers, and I remember like hearing and seeing a lot of other schools called the Panthers. The Panthers just sounds generic to me.
Okay, all right.
It'd be like calling them the Gators, but we're in
Alright.
Florida. So it's
Okay.
like, yeah, everything's fucking called the Gators.
Maybe we could go more obscure. How about an Australian animal that they've never done? Because they've done like Tasmanian tigers, they've done bandicoots, they've done kangaroos. How about a kookaburra?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
We could do
say.
a bird.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's do a bird. A bird
Alright.
mascot.
This is good.
So Kookaburra, what like does he have or is it a she, or is it have an Australian accent?
Of course, yeah, Australian accent. I think we
Maybe,
could go
maybe
with
it's
the girl.
maybe it's like the kookaburra that someone fed too many sausages to. Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah, fat. It's a fat Kookaburra, and yeah, hey mate, I ate too many sausages at the Outback.
Boy, mate, so many sausages.
Yeah.
I'm dreadfully overweight, mate.
And so his game would be like Super Monkey Ball because he rolls everywhere, but you have to keep feeding him sausages, otherwise he deflates.
That's actually not a bad idea.
That's real good.
Thanks.
Yeah, but there's a careful balance between eating too many sausages, because if you eat too many, you just die.
You get too big.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get
You-
too big.
you
You
vomit.
can't fly anymore. Yeah,
You burst.
yeah.
But to make it not violent, when you burst, a little Kookaburra comes out and he's like,
I think
too many sausages.
I disagree. I think we should go 100% violent.
All right, then he explodes into viscera, and then a words come across the screen that says, "You killed the last remaining Kookaburra, you fucking monster."
Just make you feel like
And
shit
then
about
just-
it.
Yeah, and then shows you like real life footage of someone beheading a Kookaburra with a fucking machete. Like, this is you.
We're doing some really daring stuff at this AAA studio.
Yeah. geez.
Let's name her sausages the Kookaburra.
Moving on.
Lord.
Snapnapping asks, what are some good couch multiplayer games that aren't Smash Brothers?
No such thing.
Well, Smash Brothers is not a good couch multiplayer game.
It's
so
the best.
You're
That's
wrong.
what it is.
Yeah, it's a competitive
Um,
fighting game. Jesus.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart's good.
Yeah, Mario Kart. If you have Halo 1, or if you have like the Master, well, I guess Halo 1, because you probably have controllers more than like one Xbox One controller. That's fun to play because there's still screen watching. There's a lot of like N64 games that if a bunch of friends are over, we can put on. Like my friends would put on,
Right.
of, like GoldenEye, because like that's just fun to dip into.
Oh, you're saying Smash Bros isn't a good game?
GoldenEye isn't a good game.
No, it's not at all. Fucking
I'm
Z trigger and R to fucking aim.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something fucked up. If we're talking about N64 couch multiplayer games, Conquer.
You're right. That is fucked up. No one should play that game.
That game is a bad game, single player, but the multiplayer is fun.
Sure.
I'll take your word for it.
Nidhogg is a
never
very
gonna
good
try
game,
it.
and you don't need anything else.
Yeah, Sports Friends is just good.
Yeah. I watched.
I really like Mario Kart drinking,
Ooh, that's a good one.
where you have to drink, you have to finish your drink, preferably a beer, so you're not like dying before you complete the first lap.
That's pretty
So
good.
if you're real good, you can steer with one hand and just sit there and drink your beer with the other, so
Yeah.
that once you're finished, you're still moving, and you can now use two hands and finish the next 2 laps.
Nice. I saw footage of 100-foot robot golf, and that looks like the best dumb fun game. And I can't
Yeah, that did
wait
look
for
pretty
that to
good.
come out. That looks real good.
golf games are really good,
Yeah.
like Mario Golf.
Have you
or even just the Tiger Woods where you can just pass it along. That's
have
good.
you played Ribbit King? Because that's also a really good
Yeah.
couch co-op game.
That game's good.
It's fantastic.
I
It's such
just had
bullshit.
another one. Hidden in Plain Sight, which is now also on Steam. That's a real fun game that you can play with a bunch of people. It was originally an Xbox indie game, and now it's on Steam as well.
Nice.
So that's a real fun game.
I mean,
there's a lot out there.
there's like the Jackbox Party Pack.
Oh, that stuff's great.
I mean, there's Don't Talk or Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
I'm really glad that there was a little bit of a boost in those because, like, with the like towards the end of last console cycle and this console cycle, a lot of those went away. So it just sucks that they're all on PC because I only have one controller for my PC. So
Yeah.
and I think I have just enough USB ports. 4. So let's move on. Anonymous asks, why are so many recent horror games so bad? Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Twitch and YouTube is why.
yeah.
100%.
There isn't really any.
They
Also, like,
it's all reaction.
Also, the fact that like Unity is a really easy to access engine, and like basically the only thing people know or like think is easy to make is horror. So
Yeah, because you can just have something pop up and some creepy music and some creepy stuff with low lighting, and there you go, and it's just terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone saw how much money Slender made and how like that game is bullshit. Like, have
It's
you
not a good
actually
game.
looked at the fucking Slender Man model? It looks like
terrible.
something that I made with Play-Doh when I was 5. Like, it's not good.
I like the idea behind Slender
Yeah,
at least, whereas Five Nights at Freddy's is just click on this thing. Oh, no, something different's there. It popped up and scared you.
Yeah.
Like, at least Slender Man has a slightly decent like design behind
Yeah.
it.
See,
like, it has
I
some
wish-
forethought.
I wish that someone would combine both of those games in a sense. Because
Just make a
I think
horrible
No,
monstrosity.
hear me out. Because I think Slender has like a good atmosphere.
Sure.
And I think Five Nights at Freddy's has like a good conceit and good character design. But I just think that Slender has like really bad character design and a bad conceit, and it just doesn't really work that well. And then Five Nights at Freddy's is just cheap pop scares, and like I think those games have good ideas, but they're implemented very cheaply.
Yeah. Also, like
For
which
Twitch and YouTube.
which sucks because like Five Nights at Freddy had the opportunity to go from cheap but interesting game and improve on it, and just kept releasing the same shit over and over and over and over again until he tried something new, was crap at it, and it bit him in the ass. Which I don't want to say like these new developers should stop, but they should like think about your craft a little bit more and think about player agency some more, and don't play into cheap like PewDiePie style React videos.
And
they suck anyways.
And those Five Nights at Freddy's games have huge fan bases who just love those characters for whatever reason. I don't understand it, but like I have a friend who is very into it, who writes slash fiction about it. That's 100% true. I don't understand.
Moving on.
Sure, good for them.
Yeah.
Moving on. Last question. Anonymous asks. I'm just ignoring slash fiction.
That's fine.
All together. Would you say it's worth getting a PS4/Xbone if you have a Wii U and a shitty PC?
Not right now.
In general, I would say sure. Like, if it weren't this year, if it weren't April of this year, I would say, go ahead. But
wait until E3, because, I mean, if you've been paying any attention to the news, you see the talks of the upgraded PS4, the upgraded Xboxes, and the NX.
Well, the upgraded Xbox, Phil Spencer has been out saying that there will not be an upgraded Xbox.
Huh, okay.
That there will not be an Xbox 1.5.
Huh. Look, all I'm saying is I still feel like it is a way better safe bet to just wait for E3, see what's going on with those consoles, even if it's not a complete upgrade. Just see at the end of that conference, see which of those consoles is most appealing to you. Because, like, if the Xbox gets some sort of like not just like a new console, but like some sort of upgrade or some peripheral or something that makes you want that more than a PS4, then just let that happen.
Yeah.
Or say the NX comes out and it actually does blow those other two consoles out of the water, which there's like a 99% chance that won't happen. But I would just say E3 is very, very close. Wait until after that.
Every company is doing a juggling act where Nintendo's putting the Wii U to bed and trying to bring up the NX. I have a feeling we're not going to see we're going to see the NX before E3, because why would you wait? Do a Nintendo Direct and fucking eat the news cycle and have it to yourself. So I kind of expect that maybe by the end of this month or early May we're going to see an NX reveal. That just makes the most sense to me. Wait to see what they do. PS4 has VR later this year. Has the PS4K or PS4.5. What will that be? What does VR support? They say every PS4 game. What does that mean? Don't buy a PS4 until those are answered. Yeah. Don't buy a PS4 until you know what that PS4K is, because games won't run at 4K. They will be up-res to 4K. Do your research. Come to videogameshistory.com.
Or even
and Xbox has its weird PC integration and talked about upgradable consoles, but now is going out and saying there won't be a 1.5. So are they going to do like they did with the 360 and upgrade chipsets? Which hey, they've probably already done that. Yeah. They do that all the time. The 360 I know went through at least 4 different or 5 different chipsets I think. So that's going to happen no matter what. So kind of like John said, wait till E3. That's the big, kind of blood in the water. And then make your decision based on, your own finances and what's out there. You're not missing much. There are some really cool games that are console only, but, you aren't missing huge things. And by the time you jump into the game, get some skin in the game, all the good games, when you are sitting on Amazon, are going to be $20.
Or even another safe bet is just if you have the money to drop on a PlayStation or an Xbox, just you can easily put that into upgrading your computer. You could wait until the Pascal drops and see how cheap high-end Nvidia cards go after that. That's what I'm doing actually. I want to see if
if this person doesn't want to do that,
totally,
I don't like messing with PC stuff because it's just a fucking clusterfuck, and more games or more exclusive games come out on consoles than on PC.
Sure,
and that alone makes me want to buy a console. So
each of those systems,
if you're craving,
each of those systems has their upsides and downsides, and so you can largely get everything that's on the PS4 and the Xbox One, especially since they're bringing a lot of their new exclusives over to the PC as well. You can largely just get that on PC.
Yeah, but don't believe the hype. Don't just go, PS4 is the greatest thing ever. All I have to do is buy this card and I'll run every PC game perfectly.
Yeah.
No, that's not remember Batman? I remember Batman.
Oh.
So
don't I?
Take your time. Don't be afraid to wait. Video games have this terrible capacity, especially the coverage around it, to pretend that you need to buy something right away as soon as it comes out. No, not really.
The games
you got a Wii U that has some fucking dope games.
Yeah.
So
the games will always be there. Plus the PS2 is better than anything else. So
sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So. That's it. You can send questions to videogamechoo-choo.tumblr.com/ask, or if you want a nice little smiley, maybe it'll be a picture of John without his pants.
Ooh, I might.
Why would I have that?
No, that's definitely not it. Nope.
I don't know. It could be anything.
Don't promise
if you
that.
If you maybe want one of those things, you can send an email to podcast@videogamechoo-choo.com and ask us stuff there.
Yes.
Good.
And that will do it for this episode of the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. Scott, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I look forward to being on more episodes of these. This was really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to hear it. We're going to have the other 2 new hires on the podcast in the coming weeks. We're going to rotate things out, see who gels. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Scott, you did fantastic. So thanks
Nice.
for being on. Would you like to share where people could find you
Sure.
on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at SocksMahoney. That's my most active thing. I'm on there more often than I should be. I'm also on Tumblr, socksmahoney.tumblr.com. You can also listen to my wrestling podcast, Wrestling on Air, that I do with the boys, the writers at WrestlingOnEarth.com. We are on iTunes, and you can just go to their website, look for Wrestling on Air. It's a comedy wrestling
Fantastic.
podcast. It's real good stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so, while you're on iTunes checking out Wrestling on Air, why don't you stop by our podcast and leave a review, a comment, anything you want to do to bump us up on the rankings. That might help us out a little bit. And visit the site, videogamechoochoo.com, to see any news, reviews, editorials, anything. Yeah, Scott's got that Hyper Light Drifter review,
Yeah, I do.
And we have that Ride the Rails. We're probably going to have another Ride the Rails by the time you hear this for Enter the Gungeon.
Nice.
Yep, and
Yes.
hopefully a review and maybe a Starbound review whenever that goes 1.0.
Yeah, so we will be covering plenty of things. So please check out the site, and we will see you again next week for another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast.
See ya.
Bye.
See you later.
Jonathan.